you touched on such a key point, this fear of failure that we have as a society, I think as parents, particularly, and that we transfer to our children, and the children have a fear of failure. Can you talk more about that? I mean, isn't, failure part of education, part of growing up?
Sure. I think failure is very important. Successes build confidence. Failures, when they are approached non-judgmentally and as learning, as lessons or course corrections, build resilience. And if we've learned anything in the last however many years, it's that resilience is something we all need to have in spades. So to me, the idea of being able to make a mistake, and I want to say have it be okay. And what I mean by that is that it's not judged as failure. A mistake and failure are not the same thing, and they have become synonymous in many people's minds, and that's dangerous for children. Very dangerous.
Yes. So a mistake is not failure. It's not, right?
My dad was a sailor, and I learned a lot about course corrections from him. And I remember putting that kind of as to metaphor together. And I think it's a good one, because there's so many times when you're walking down whatever your path in life is that you say, uh-oh. And you can say, oh, I've blown it, I've failed. But you can also say, wait a minute, I don't want to do that anymore. So let's do this instead. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Failure has to be dealt with without judgment. And when that becomes the case, then the stress diminishes, the ability to up the expectations comes in, because they're not going to get blasted if they don't quite meet them. And the concept of personal best comes into play. And that's another part of it.
Absolutely. But, the parents often feel the stakes are so high, right? For their children. And I think that's where some of these fears come in, as we discussed.
Sure.
Thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying this interview, and I'll be continuing this interview in the next video. So make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it.